Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Bick. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for taking the time for me, man. So you were on Generation Hustle.
Yep.
So do you want to tell the people where you're from, and we'll get into your story?
I'm from Danbury, Connecticut, and I used to own Tuxedo Junction in Danbury.
You want to tell the people how old you were when you started getting into all that?
I started promoting when I was 15 at Tuxedos, and then by the time I was 18, I owned it.
Damn. So I remember when all this was going on, man. I really didn't go to the clubs too much back then, but I remember hearing about all of it and the different events you had going on, and a lot of people that I know were going to it, and Tuxedo Junction, and there was a couple other ones you had your hand in too, right?
Yeah, I was doing shows at like colleges in Rhode Island and Connecticut, and a couple other areas.
Do you remember doing this show right here?
Yeah, that was a Chainsmokers sold out show Thanksgiving Eve. It was the middle of a snowstorm.
So when you were in the middle of promoting and doing all this stuff, did it get to a point where you were like, oh shit, I think I'm in over my head?
I mean, I think I always knew I was in over my head, but I had to do what I had to do just to make things happen. I was never like a quitter. And I always just wanted to see that the show went out flawlessly. So there wasn't any like quitting, all right, I'm fucked, and rolling over and playing dead. I had to do whatever it took.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't see Generation Hustle yet. I didn't see it yet because I wanted to get you on here and have you explain to the people, kind of give them a taste of what it is that for them to expect when they go and watch it, you know?
I mean, I think Generation Hustle is great.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of like the news outlets and stuff had presented the story in the wrong way. So when HBO did it, it kind of showed the whole pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started getting law enforcement's getting on their radar? How old were you when that started happening? And did you know that they were coming after you?
I was 18. Everything happened in like such a short period of time. It was like a 6-month period of time from getting all the investors' money to losing it all. And then an investigation started. But I knew like right off the bat. Everyone talked and they had reached out to my attorney.
And so what was the charges they hit you with? It was like a Ponzi scheme or something, right?
Yeah, so a Ponzi scheme is not an actual charge. It was wire fraud, money laundering, and making a false statement.
But that's kind of like what you were doing, right? It was like a pyramid thing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't intentional. It just kind of turned out that way. When I was doing it, I thought it was just like taking one loan to repay another loan, like when you go to a bank and pay off a credit card or anything like that.
Yeah, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah, I don't know about the robbing part, but it was genuine. It came from good intentions, and it just blew up and got bigger than what it needed to be.
So when you get arrested, what are your thoughts when you're getting arrested and they bring the feds in on it?
I mean, I was pretty upset. I never wanted it to get that far. I was just trying to prove that, this wasn't intentional. It was an accident. And I was just trying to make things right. But the more I tried to make it right, the more it went wrong.
And then you're a kid and they bring you to the feds and you look like this. How was that experience, man, going to the feds?
I mean, I got labeled as like a sex offender, or because like when you're 21 in the feds and you're white, you're either a rat or you're a sex offender, and I was neither, so it was unusual. Um, so I made some good friends with the right people and survived.
But I'm sure your first couple of days in there, you're like, damn, how am I gonna get through this, right?
Yeah, it was rough. It was definitely a weird situation, but I tend to adapt to my situation, so I was lucky and got through it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this. So did they reached out to you, right? To get
Yeah,
this
they
done?
they DM'd me on
The
Facebook.
Generation Hustle.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy how it happens, man, like that.
dude,
So
life's weird.
who are some of the acts that you had down there at Tuxedo Junction?
We've had the Chainsmokers, Adventure Club, Blau, 21 Savage, Asher Roth, Yellow Claw, Ray Shremmerd, um, Steve Aoki, Brills, a bunch of acts, mostly electronic dance music.
That was in 2009, right?
No, no, this
Was
was
it
all
2009?
this was 2014 to 2016 were when I was doing these shows there.
Because they have like different spells when they go through it, like, they have all these clubs are jumping at different periods of time, and then it'll die down and then it'll come back up. What made you think to go and do that and start to do that type of work?
Well, when I did promoting at Tuxedos, like my own teen nights, we were introducing electronic dance music and it was a big hit. And then I noticed you couldn't experience any big acts unless you went to New York City. So I knew there was a need and a business want to see those big shows in a town like this.
So you're a young kid and you're like, damn, I could just do it all myself, right?
Yep.
So what's the kind of money that you're raking in from these?
So when I first started out as a teenager doing them, and I was making like $10,000 a night in high school, I was 16. And then when I got into the bigger shows at Tuxedos, I can make anywhere from like five to $20,000 in a night, depending on the act.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, I seen one of your videos you were saying about taking $500 and turning it into like 20
Yeah,
grand or something like
it's
that.
fucking, it's crazy, man. It really is.
So a question I wanted to ask you is, when you were involved with all this nightclub stuff, did you ever have people pressing you for money? Because you said that you got taken advantage of when you first started with the construction people, right?
Mhm. Dude, all the time. My life was like a series of phone calls every day and texts, getting me hit up for money when things were really bad. It was just nonstop.
It was like, oh, they need more money. They need more money. They need more money. It was constant, right?
Yeah, everything. It was terrible.
So, did you have like your own team of people that you put together to do all the different things you needed to do? Because there was a lot of different things you needed to do to get the night to be successful, right?
A lot of it I did on my own. No one was really on the same level of me. I had a couple partners, but I like to run things. I tend to like when I was in control. That's when things ran smooth. Obviously, when I was doing the big acts at
Yeah.
Tuxedos, we had different like vendors, like production and different things like that. But I was always the main coordinator and moving the pieces together.
So, did you? It was mainly in Danbury. All these
Yeah,
the
I did a
stuff that you
couple.
did. Did you
I
ever
did a
move to
couple
different
bigger streets.
cities like Hartford or New Haven?
I did New Haven. I did Toad's Place, some acts there. and then we did Rhode Island. We did some big
Yeah,
acts
Toad's
at the
place. I know Toad's
yeah,
place.
at URI.
So when you go to federal prison, what was that like, man? And cuz I seen another one of your videos you were talking about what was it? Bullpen therapy?
The shoe. Yep, I was in the
Yeah,
solitary.
you want to
Yeah.
tell us about that?
It was interesting, man.
Why'd
You're
they
in
put
like
you
this.
in solitary?
So on two occasions, one had to do with like being caught on video on someone's cell phone, like that was in my room. So they locked everyone up that was in the
Yeah,
room.
yeah, but they're not supposed to have they're not they're not supposed to have phones there anyway, though, right?
Yeah, it was all contraband, so it saw us like on the cell phones. So it was a problem, it was breaking the rules. And then the other time, when I was in the
Did they
Danbury,
catch you with the phone?
no, they never caught me personally with the phone. But when I was in the Danbury prison, I had dated one of the guards' cousins before I went to prison. So he reported
Yeah.
the conflict of interest. So they had me in the shoe for that too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So they held you in Danbury first,
No, I went to Danbury after I went to Fort Dix in New Jersey. I was all over, and then I ended up in Wisconsin.
and they bring you on a plane, right? I've never been to the feds.
Yeah,
I've been to every prison almost in Connecticut, but
yeah,
I've never been to the feds, man. Thank
yeah.
God.
The
And
feds is better than the
I
state
plan to never
sometimes.
go there. Nah, man, I don't think so, man. I don't want to find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially
stay
now
away
with
from
a
it.
lot of gang members getting locked up for RICO, man. I'm sure
Yeah,
the dynamics of Fed time is changing. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. It's a different beast.
I definitely wouldn't want to. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. So what kind of sentence did they give you, and what were you, and what kind of people were you around when you went to the feds?
I was sentenced to 3 years. I did about 26 months, and then I did a year on home confinement and 3 years supervised release. The type of people, I mean, it was a mix. I got along with whoever. I hung out with like a lot of New York people and a lot of Connecticut people. And you kind of just you see where you fit in, you roll with it.
Yeah, they have cars, right?
Yeah, yep. Connecticut car, New York car, um, the New England car, different types of cars.
Yeah. So were you in a like a medium the whole time you went to prison?
No, I was in a low, and then from a low, I went to a camp.
Oh, so that's like people with more lax charges, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got some drug offenses. The camp is for anyone like that has less than I think 10 years left on their sentence too. And then the lows
Yeah.
are for anyone more than 10.
You said one of your videos you were the guy he had like murder charges. You're like, dude, I'm here for promoting in
I know,
clubs
it's
and
crazy.
shit.
It was absolutely
Dude's like,
crazy.
yeah, I got 30 years, man.
Dude, it was a really
Yeah,
awkward
they sometimes they'll
conversation.
mix. Yeah, I've been in that situation before, man.
Yeah.
So after you get through your prison stuff, um what's your plan next? Like, do you plan on getting into the promotion again? And can you even get into that still?
I mean, I could get into it. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. We will see what happens and what comes about. And if the time's right, I'll jump into it. But it's all about opportunity. You got to take it and then deal with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of opportunities that I'm taking advantage of, and things are looking up, man. You know,
Good.
I've been traveling all over the country. It's awesome. I just plan on continuing. What's up,
That's
Jay?
awesome.
C. Costanza? We got some people checking in. Steve, shout out to Steve. Shout out to Boston Jay. I don't know if you could see the chat. There's not too many people in there. I haven't been on here too much, man. I've been busy taking care of other things.
Yeah.
But I want to have you back on and like have a little more intricate interview.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Whenever you can hit me up.
Yeah, man. We'll do like a pre-recorded one or something.
Yeah, just stay in touch
So
and
we're
we'll
not
do
trying
something.
to catch the lag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're not trying to catch the lag.
Yeah.
Are you still out in Connecticut?
Yeah, I'm in Danbury.
So what yeah, I've been out there in Danbury. So what's next for you, man? What do you have planned next?
I'm just trying really hard to sell my story rights into a TV series. I'm working on my personal brand right
Yeah.
now. I'm building TikTok, Instagram, telling stories Monday through Friday, and that's really starting to grow. And yeah, just seeing where it goes. But I really believe in my story, and I think it's going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I think it can, man. Everyone has a story to tell, and you have a pretty interesting one. Obviously, HBO and Max picked it up, right?
Yeah, so I got to be doing
So
something.
shit. If you could get them, yeah, man, you're convincing HBO and Max to pick up your story. You're doing something right, man.
Agreed.
Definitely, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go, man?
Nah, man, shout out to you, for having me on. Appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to doing a full interview.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. We'll maybe we'll do one in person. I
Yeah.
could get down to Danbury. I'm always going to the
Okay.
city and shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
we'll work it out. Definitely, man. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know it was short, but I got some shit to do, and I'm sure this dude's pretty busy. But I'll be back with more. I got a lot of good stuff to show you guys. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. Till next time, man. Thanks again, bro.
Yeah, man, no problem.